Right, welcome to this first meeting of today. I'm at this end because of the presentation rather than walking backwards and forwards, so it's slightly unusual, but okay. So I'd like to hand over to the monitoring officer just to go through the pre-regulations.
Thank you, Chair. Good afternoon, members. If I can just run through a few points for our agenda today. Can I remind everybody, in line with the legal requirements, this meeting is being held face-to-face, but members and the public can join online and participate at the meeting. It is only councillors present that are taking decisions at the meeting, and officers are in attendance to provide advice where required. The agenda and papers for this meeting were published on the 9th of December and were available on our website. The meeting is being live webcast, and the council will be making an audio recording of the meeting, and this will be published on the council's website in due course. There are no planned fire drills today. If you hear the fire alarm associated with this building, please follow Democratic Services staff out to the car park where we will muster. If you wish to speak, please raise your hand, and the Vice Chair and Monitoring Officer will note your name, and when it comes to your turn, please use the microphone on the desk in front of you. And please, if you could, bring that microphone close to you so we can ensure that it's clearly heard by the chamber. For members joining the meeting virtually, please use the hand facility on Microsoft Teams, and the chair will invite you to speak. Please only speak when invited to do so by the chair. And please can I remind members and officers to say your name and role before speaking. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much. Okay, moving into the agenda item 1 is apologies for absence. Alan, back to you.
Thank you, Chair. Can I give the following apologies? Councillor Ajula, Councillor Burt, Councillor Dimmery, Councillor Dunk, Councillor Ham, Councillor Hunt, Councillor Johnson, Councillor Keach, Councillor Kenton, Councillor Locke, Councillor Munt, Harry Munt, I do apologise, Councillor Patrick, Councillor Reid, Councillor Robbins, Councillor Snell, Councillor Soughton, Councillor Smith, Councillor Revens, Councillor Sully, Councillor Baker, Councillor Dance, Councillor Perry.
I'm here. That's Sully. Sorry, I'm here.
Okay. Thank you. Councillor Ferguson, Councillor Carswell, Councillor Page, Councillor Pauline Ham, Councillor Govier and Councillor Bruce. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, thank you. Declarations of interest. I'll pass over to Leslie, but
apologies.
Sorry?
Councillor Diogo Rodriguez.
Chair, just to say that Councillor Mike Caswell is in the room for this meeting. He won't be for the next meeting, so just in case there's an error there. And also Councillor Susie Hart gives her apologies for this one because she's running a little bit late.
Okay, thank you. Okay, moving on to declarations of interest. Just going to our legal... Oh, sorry. Yeah, Mandy.
Thank you. I was expecting Rosemary to be here, but she has had a bit of a cold, so I'm guessing that's why she's not. So Rosemary Woods.
Okay, does that get everybody? I think it does. Okay, moving on again to declarations of interest. If I go to Leslie just to confirm.
Chair, no declarations of interest have been received for this meeting today.
Thank you very much. Public question times. We have no submissions for public questions for this meeting. Agenda item 6, which is the proposed appointment of Honorary Alderwoman for Somerset Council. At the September meeting, the Council paid tribute to Christine Lawrence for her long and dedicated service to this Council. It was also proposed that she should be nominated to become an Honorary Alderwoman of the Council, which today we will formally carry out this request. The details of the meeting are covered in the papers on pages 11 to 14. I'd now, in the absence of the leader, call upon Theo to propose.
Thank you very much, Chair. Bill is very disappointed not to be here today. He's not well enough, but therefore it is my privilege to be able to fill in for this item. And I won't speak for too long because I know there are other members who will almost certainly have more that they wish to say. I just want to say that it has been my privilege to serve both on Somerset, well, on all of Somerset County Council for a short while, and then on Somerset Council, and as well on the Exmoor National Park Authority with Christine Lawrence. She has been a absolutely fantastic force within Somerset politics for many years. And I just want to say briefly a story of the first time I met Christine, which speaks to her kindness. In 2009, I was the agent for the opposition candidate against her in the Dunster division. And at the count, on discovering that I was driving back to Wells afterwards, she said, "Well, you should have told me. You could have stayed with me," which is an incredibly kind and generous offer from someone I'd never met before, particularly the opposition agent. But that just is a testimony to quite such a kind and lovely person that Chris is. I will pass over to the seconder at your invitation, but I will formally propose the appointment of Mrs. Christine Lawrence as an honorary alderwoman of Somerset Council.
Thank you. We're just trying to increase the sound level. I can hear it much better now. Okay. If we pass across to Diogo, please.
Thank you, Chair. I'm very, very happy to second this proposal. I want to thank Christine again, not just for her outstanding contribution in her life in politics, but to Somerset and to the local Conservative Party too. And she has set a very positive example on how to do politics and how to be a fantastic representative in public life. And I can think of no one more deserving than Christine to receive this. And I'll leave it for fellow members who have known Christine a lot longer than I to say a few words too. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, thank you. David Fothergill.
Thank you very much. Is that any better? No.
Right, try it again, David.
Shall I try that again? 1, 2, 1, 2, testing. Oh, good. Well, Christine, we go back a long time, I know. And I remember a day in 2013 at Dillington House when John Osmond said to us, "I want one of you to be chair and one of you to be in the cabinet." And we couldn't agree what we wanted to do. So we came up with this scheme. I would be chair for 2 years, Christine would do cabinet, and then we'd swap. And that's exactly what we did. And that's how it worked for us. And Chris has always been there. She's been a confidant, she's been a supporter, she's been more than somebody that was in my cabinet for 5 years as a cabinet member, and also working in shadow opposition as well. She's there, and she's been a lovely lady and somebody an absolute pleasure to work with. And Stuart was strong support for her, and I know what a sad loss it was to lose Stuart. But she came through that, and I've got to say, she's one of the people that I have enjoyed working with most over the last 17 years, and I will absolutely miss her, but she deserves this thoroughly.
Yes.
I would just like to thank Christine personally. She has made me what I am, so it's your fault when I go wrong, Christine, okay? Because you've encouraged me, inspired me, you gave me so much encouragement. I can't thank you enough. When I was on Health and Wellbeing with you, you actually made me feel a lot better when I was worried about a question or anything else. So I want to personally thank you for always being there and always smiling. And thank you so much for everything you've given me. Thank you.
Lee Redman.
Oh, that was quick. Thank you, Chair. I thought long and hard on how I could support this verbally. I've been lucky enough to be interacting with Christine and Stuart previously for a number of different ways. One of the first times, my fondest memories, is when I was Mayor of Bridgewater for the first time, and at the same time as Christine was Chair of Council, and the support and the friendship that developed from there was wonderful. I have a picture on one of my digital screens at home of the chain gang as it was at the time, and it's a fond memory of mine, and I continually smile when I see that picture, because I remember as if it was yesterday, coming together with other representatives from around the country. So I'm more than happy to support this proposal, and thank Christine for her support over the years. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Chair. I'd just like to echo the comments that colleagues have said, but I think when I first joined the council in 2017, Christine was on the cabinet. I was a junior cabinet member, and there were many good examples across the council of people to emulate. But the thing I always remember about Chris is the questions she asked were so to the point, really got into the nitty gritty of what we needed to be considering. There was no showboating, no politics behind it. Chris has always been in this job to help other people and to ask the right questions. And anybody who's been lucky enough to serve with her and witness that, please do emulate that in the way that you work moving forward. Chris, I'm really grateful for all the support you gave me when I was starting out, and thank you for everything that you've done for Somerset. We'll really miss you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I too came in as a very junior person, new person when Chris was there. I echo absolutely what's been said. Not only was she the first chairman, a woman chairman of the County Council, she always asked the right questions. She was always in it for the good of the people she served. And the thing that I would like to add is that her judgment was often the judgment of Solomon, but was always right and to be respected. And it was a moral judgment, quite as much as any other.
Liz, I think you wanted to come in.
Thank you, Chair. And thank you, Christine. Somerset's had some great women over the years, and I'm so delighted that your name joins that list of great women as an alderwoman of Somerset. I also remember when I came in as a new councillor in 17 that you reached across the political divide and that you always did everything you could to bring people together so that the decisions, the results, the understanding were the best for the people of Somerset. Thank you so much.
Lee.
Yes, thank you, Chair. It's unusual for me to say something for the Vice Chair, but Christine Lawrence, you're an absolute legend. And if there was a Councillor Walk of Fame, you'd certainly have a star on it. I've known Christine for over 40 years. She's been a great friend of the family, of my mother. She's generous. A lot of tributes have been already said, but I'll reiterate them. Generous, genuine, warm-hearted. She's been supportive of me, although you could class me on the other side of the fence. She's been the most supportive of me in my career in the council. And we really are going to miss you, Christine. As I say, you're an absolute legend. We'll still keep in touch, but we'll miss you at council. And you know, I hope you have a lovely and fully deserved retirement, and we'll see you very soon. Thank you, Christine.
Thank you. I can't see any other hands. Yeah, sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Working on the principle that it is always good to be succeeded by a younger and more energetic councillor in office, I handed over being leader of West Somerset to Christine, I think in 2006. For me, there could have been nobody better to shepherd the affairs of that part of West Somerset than Chris. She is a remarkable combination of grace, conviction, and above all, consideration and love for others. That has shone throughout her time as a councillor, both at West Somerset and subsequently ascending to even greater things here at the County Council and then the Unitary Council. We all owe her a tremendous debt of gratitude, and there is no more fitting tribute, I think, than that she should become an honorary alderman of this authority today.
Thank you, Chair. As that happens, as fellow Division Councillor, former Division Councillor, Christine and I have only actually served together since the last election, but we've known each other an awful long time. I think we missed each other on Minehead Town Council. I never obviously was on West Somerset Council, but obviously we knew each other well. Caring has been mentioned, supporters have been mentioned. I don't know if pleasant has, but it's generally just pleasant and a nice person to know. What has been said is her time at the councils, but let's not forget that Christine's had a division with many parish councils, and all without exception, all those parish councils think she's a wonderful person and a wonderful councillor, and she's a very hard person to follow on those parish councils. She attended just about most of them. She didn't just flit in and out like I do quite often. She stayed for most of the meeting, and she's very well thought of. She was also fantastic at attending local events, things like fetes, things that sometimes you might begrudgingly go to because you feel you should do. Christine didn't begrudgingly go to. She went to because she wanted to go to them, and she knew the people there. So yes, it's been an honour to very briefly serve with you. I think we've managed to do it quite well together, and I wish you all the best. And I do, being this honorary alderwoman is greatly deserved.
Thank you, Christine. We've laughed, we've cried, and we've shared really good times. But as I've said, I'm not going anywhere, and I will still be popping around. And I need you to bring me first aid parcels when I'm homesick, which you have always done over many years, so you've cared very greatly. But I think for many, you've been an inspiration. You were a senior councillor when I became a councillor. You've done it steadfastly for many years, but you have cared so much about your communities and the people that live within them. And I think you have the biggest heart of anybody that I know. But not only that, you've inspired many that have followed on, me being one of them. And I thank you for that. I thank you for your dedication and your commitment. And I will not forget the Exmoor ponies that tried to attack us while we were in the car one day. We were surrounded, and I have a lovely picture of Christine with the pony teeth showing just beside us. So we've shared adventures, but you will be missed. You've been steadfast, you've been constant, and I really hope that you can take on board all the comments today. And I'm really thankful that your family are here today. I think this is a side of you that many friends and colleagues will not know, but I hope they can all be proud of the work that you've done, all be proud of the time that you've given, and for every cake, for every cup of tea, and for every conversation of support. I thank you and wish you all the very best in your retirement, and I'm sure you will be just as fulfilled. But thank you from the bottom of my heart. I will miss you, but I'm still coming around. Lovely view from Christine's front room, I have to say. Looks right over the water, and the kettles are always welcome for a cup of tea. So thank you, and all the very best.
Thank you. It's just really to echo everything that's been said. Obviously, I met you quite a time ago when I was chair of South Somerset. Again, then when I joined the County Council, and later on through the Somerset Day Board. I know how hard you work and how much you value and represent your community. And all I've got to say is really, really enjoy your retirement, and think it very lucky that you won't be here at 7:30 tonight when the rest of these people will be. Okay, well done. Right, we have to vote on it. This has been proposed and seconded. Could I have a show of hands for all those in favour? Any against? Okay, that is unanimous. Well done. Could you join me?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Well done. Right, it now gives me great pleasure to present you with a badge for the position. Also a certificate which you can hang anywhere in the house. Also to remind you of Somerset Council.
Oh my goodness.
I'm giving you the Shield of Somerset, which will remind you of your time here.
I won't forget you.
But well done. If you'd like to have a few words, please go.
Well, what a wonderful, wonderful start to your very busy day, and I'm not going to keep you too long. I've loved being a councillor. I got into it quite quickly. There is always things to be done. Am I right? There's always places to go, and there's always people that need help. And what a privilege I think it has been for me to be part of the very biggest team that works so hard in a variety of ways that people never get to know about. And that's the most amazing thing, that we are a team, a very large team of people that does their absolute best to support the community which we love. So thank you all for giving me the opportunity of sharing lots of fun and quite a lot of hard work with you. And I hope that this winter doesn't get any worse weather-wise. I know how difficult it is in our rural areas when things are not quite how they should be. And I know what a worry it is to you with the finances situation, which is ongoing and will be ongoing for many years to come. So it's been a great privilege to be part of a very, very good team. So have a great Christmas and a happy New Year, and I'll be around from time to time.
Right, that concludes this first meeting. You now have a break, and we start again at 1 o'clock. Thank you.